Hi there, this is a tutorial on building your first rocket, and hopefully we'll get it between 10,000 and 20,000 meters off the ground. So first things first, go to the vehicle assembly building, and then there you go, new, so create a new rocket, and then just choose the command pod. Start with this, and I like to scroll up a little bit to give me some leeway to build underneath. Come over to utility, and the first thing we're going to do is put this parachute right on top. And that's because when we're finished flying, we want to gracefully fall back to the ground as opposed to fall and crash and burn. Next thing we want to do is go to the structural menu and choose the stack decoupler. And so what that means is when we activate the decoupler, this capsule is going to come firing off from the bottom, or rather the bottom of the rocket will come firing off, and so just the capsule and the parachute will remain, so we can parachute safely back to the surface. Next thing I want to do is come over to the propulsion menu and choose this solid fuel booster. Now the way the solid fuel booster works, I'll put it right in the bottom, is as soon as you ignite it, it's going to burn continuously until it runs out of fuel. So you can't adjust the throttle, you can't go slowly or more quickly, it's just going to burn on its own once you start. Lastly, I want to go to aerodynamic, and you don't need to do this, but I'm going to select the winglet, this little guy here, and then I'm going to come over here to symmetry mode, and I want to go trilateral symmetry like that, and I'll click it on. So now we've got fins, 3 fins, and they're evenly spaced. And that's it. We are ready to fly. Over here, I just want to quickly point out we've got 3 stages. So first, when I hit spacebar, it'll start with stage 2, which is this right here. As you can see, it highlights this solid booster, and so that'll fire once it, and then at any point, usually when it finishes, I'm going to hit spacebar, which then will activate the decoupler, which will separate the bottom from the capsule. And then when I hit the last spacebar, it's going to initiate this parachute, so I can fly safely back to the surface. Alright, let's get going. I'm going to hit launch. Alright, here we are. Looks like it's going to be a nighttime launch. So I'm going to wait till it's ready to go, and then when it is, I am going to press T, which, as you can see, activates SAS, which is going to stabilize the rocket. Dangan Kerman is going to try and keep the rocket flying as straight as possible. Then I'm going to hit spacebar, and here we go. So because this rocket's so lightweight, it's taking off really, really fast. And I'm now putting up I'm upping and downing the throttle using shift and control, and you notice that it has no effect over the rocket because, again, this is a solid fuel booster. It's not liquid fuel, and so the throttle doesn't matter. It's just going to burn continuously once I start. Okay, so the rocket has run out, and so at any point I can activate the decoupler by hitting spacebar, and I'm going to do that now. So the bottom will fall away. And I'm slowing down. I'm still going up, but I'm slowing down. If I hit M and go to the map view, actually zoom in and look at my apoapsis, which is the distance that's furthest from the planet, which is about 18,000 meters. So we got some decent height. And we're still just going up. I might even warp a little bit just to kind of get things moving along here. Alright, I am now falling back to the surface. You see I am accelerating down still, and my speed is now increasing. I'm just going to hit spacebar, which will engage this parachute here. There it goes, and that's going to help me brake later on. I'm going to warp here. I would recommend not warping near the surface when you have a parachute, because when the parachute opens up, sometimes when you're warping, it'll tear away from your capsule. It's like some glitch in the game, so it's best to avoid that. So I'm going to keep falling, keep falling, keep falling, and then I think maybe around 1,000 meters I'm going to stop warping just to avoid having my parachute rip off. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to stop the warp. I think it's somewhere around maybe 500 meters that this parachute will open up. So I'm going to continue to warp. Okay, I've stopped the warp. Yep, and there it is. Now I'm going to warp a little more. Warp a little more. I just want to get down to the surface. I think maybe I'll land 30 meters off the ground, something like that. So again, I'm on 4 times warp. Now 6 meters per second is definitely slow enough to not get damaged when you land. And there you have it. I'm now on the surface. Landed safely. I might even warp to get it to be daytime. Just so we can see where I am. And there you have it. The sun has risen, and there's the capsule on the ground. Pretty close to the launch pad here. Okay, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful. And have a great day.